Hey there, it's Sarah, author, speaker, and advocate. And today I want to ask kind of a strange question, and that is, are you content enough to die? Yes, it sounds like a very strange question indeed, right? Yet they say if you have done everything you need to do in your lifetime, by the end of it you will be content to go. Perhaps psychologist Irving Yalom said it best when he said, if you have the feeling that you've done what you want to do, I think the idea of death comes much more easily. Have you ever considered this? Are you doing everything you want to be doing in this lifetime to better prepare for what's next? Are you content with the direction that you're headed? Perhaps a question we need to continually ask ourselves is, what can I do to make my life more fulfilling? What steps can I take to consciously manifest the life of my dreams? We should always be setting goals for ourselves, and we do this on a continuum. And I say on a continuum because we should always be focused on living the best life possible, and yet the reality is goals aren't always attainable, and they are not set in stone. When we can't achieve our goals for one reason or another, rather than stagnating here and not moving forward, we should just simply pause for a moment and reflect. We should be asking why the goal is presently unattainable and whether it's worth revisiting in the future. If we are forever naturally evolving, just because we are determined to work in one direction at one point in our lives doesn't mean that we'll want to follow that path forever. We may want to shift our focus because the direction of our lives have shifted. Circumstances in our life has shifted, and we've gotten to a point where the previous goal is no longer relevant to us. We don't want to stagnate, like I said, in a spot that is no longer fulfilling simply for the fact that it had been a goal at one point. It is important to keep our commitments to others, but it is also very important to keep a commitment to ourselves. And self-care is an essential part of this journey, as is taking the time to self-reflect and consider where we should head next. If you don't take the time to pause and review every so often, you won't have a clear direction as to where to head, and so therefore you will never be truly content. It is important to take these quiet moments to ourselves to meditate and self-reflect so that we know where to go next. Are you keeping the commitments that you've made to yourself, or does the very concept of self-fulfillment seem foreign? Have you taken the time to make a commitment to your health and well-being? These are the questions that you should be asking yourself along the way in your healing journey. As human beings, we are a vessel to be filled with as much information as we wish. We are only limited by our own level of motivation to do so. The possibility for growth really is infinite. Each day we can actively choose to stay where we're at, or we can continue to move forward. The important thing to consider here is that you will always have a choice. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Thank you.